Good afternoon. I'm Captain Nick Farisi of the Spring Valley Area Command. I am joined today by members of the Asian community as we stand in solidarity to talk about recent events and what we're doing here locally to keep our community safe. Thank you all for coming today so that we can discuss this community partnership between the LVMPD and our Asian community and ensuring that we all feel safe in our community. In light of the many recent events that have occurred throughout the country, targeting Asian Americans, topped with a horrific shooting in Georgia that targeted massage parlors where innocent people lost their lives, there is a legitimate safety concern for our Asian community here in Las Vegas. Even though we have not had any documented crimes against this community related to recent events, we understand as a people the fear that is being discussed today is real. It's based on attacks occurring across the country, and as a police agency, we want to make sure everyone feels safe and protected. LVMPD has always maintained a strong partnership with key community stakeholders within the Asian community, such as the Asian Chamber of Commerce, the Asian American Group, and several other business owners, such as Bamboo Bridges. It has been important for us to keep lines of communication open and address concerns specific to this community. Spring Valley Area Command is entrusted with patrolling the Spring Mountain Corridor, which is famously known as Chinatown. We always strive to maintain strong presence in this vital community with patrols, community outreach, and education. Upon learning of the events in Georgia, we immediately increased our patrols in the area and provided outreach to business owners and patrons, ensuring that they are safe and letting them know that they do not need to live in fear. We continue to communicate directly with established stakeholders to share information, which in turn they shared within their communities. While this fear is understandable, it is important to stress that LVMPD is committed to the safety of our community, and we will not allow a specific group to be targeted or attacked. I believe through communication, community engagement, and building trust that we can keep Chinatown and our Asian community safe. You will see increased patrols, but the important work is done out of view with people that are here with me today. These are leaders that we work closely with every single day. It is important that we all understand and hear each other in order to remove barriers and ensure the well-being and the safety for us all. I ask for the community's support in reporting any and all suspicious activity. Being a good witness and looking out for your neighbor are paramount to the success of Las Vegas. Our Asian community plays a crucial role in our city, and they need and they deserve the support of all of us to move past hate and ignorance and to live safe and free in this place that we all call home. I'll now have a couple of the members representing these groups come up and say a few words. The first will be Sunny Viswana with the Asian American or the Asian Chamber of Commerce.
Thank you, Captain. Thank you. Let me just take this off. It's all right. Oh, yeah. Good afternoon, everyone. On behalf of the Las Vegas Asian Chamber of Commerce, we would like to extend our condolences to the friends and families of the victims of the shooting in Georgia. I want to thank everyone here today. There's a lot of people up here. I want to make sure I don't miss anybody. Let's start with Jerry. Jerry Schroeder's here from from Congresswoman Susie Lee's office. Jerry's here. Commissioner Jones is here. Commissioner. We have higher ed represented in the house. Hello, here. Bamboo Bridges, of course. APALA, NAFA, ACDC, AAG, AAPI commissioners here. And of course, my chamber is here as well represented. But thank you, especially to Captain Farisi and Las Vegas Metro for your continued support of the AAPI community. The community outreach program that Metro has is the best I've ever seen, and it is truly built on trust and transparency. First and foremost, hate crimes against any race should never be tolerated. We are very fortunate, as reports show, that we have not had an incident here in Las Vegas. I do urge everyone to stay safe and be vigilant, but more so, this should be a time for the AAPI community to unite and watch out for one another. The Asian Chamber's information shows that AAPI are the fastest growing minority population here in Nevada. We are great contributors to our community. At least half of the medical personnel fighting the pandemic are AAPI. We have over 21,000 small businesses in Nevada, over 300 just here in the Spring Corridor alone. It is nice to see all of us here today, united so that our voice is heard. But now, it is time for us to build cultural unity, a community that protects each other, respects one another, faces hard times like these together, and uplifts the members of our community. Just always remember, where there is unity, there's always victory. Thank you very much. Now let me introduce Dr. Rosita Lee.
Thank you, thank you. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. It's great that everybody's here and it's beautiful weather. And I want to say this, we are strong. The AAPI community is strong. All you see is just a little bit, 1/10, but we are in the thousands here. We are more than 250,000. And when we hear something that happens to one of us, it affects us. But when we hear something that makes us afraid, we don't like that. And you know, all the crimes that have been happening to our Asians, more than 3,000 that we can count, not here in Nevada, thank you, Lord, but throughout the country. And we must prevent it. We must prevent it from happening here in Las Vegas, in Nevada. I'm so glad that we have our Commissioner Justin Jones, who's here to listen to us. And also, I'm happy to see that our former Congressman Ruben Cullen from the Hispanic community is here to support our work that we do. There are so many that I could name, but let me tell you this. We have Gloria Kawili, for instance, from the Asian American Pacific Labor, and she is so active. As young as we are, we still run around trying to help our community members. And you know, that's what we're all about. Do you know why I've been doing this for more than 40 years here in Nevada? Because I have children, I have grandchildren, and now I have 20 great-grandchildren. And I am working to make sure that our country stays safe, and we thank LVMPD. Thank you to our captain here, who is always so firm with us, but he's also loving at the same time. Thank you so much. And you know, without you, the media, how can we be heard? We have voices. Our Amy has a voice. In fact, she wrote a book. And of course we have a voice here with Helen, who writes about us. But we need you. We need you, the reporters, those who have newspapers, those who have magazines, those who have blogs. We need you to talk about us. We have been sort of silent, not that silent, but you're going to hear from all of us loud and clear. Even Johnny Jackson likes to shout it out. And it's good. It's good that we speak up. But it's even better if you report about it, because we need to have others know that the Asian American Pacific Islander community is alive and well, is contributing to the economy. We're the ones that help, like in this case, remember when James Chen first started this, and I worked with him, and it is now a beautiful complex. James is retired, relaxed, and he's enjoying life. So what am I doing? Why am I not retired? And so, right, and we're gonna wrap it up right now. Mindy is tapping me on my back, but I want to let you know that Senator Cortez Masto called me this morning. She's very concerned about what we are doing here, and we're going to be meeting with her at a round table. We will discuss and we will look for solutions, and that's what we're going to do, and that's why we're here, to discuss solutions. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Thank you, everybody, for attending. Thank you for our community partners. To sum it all up, I think it says it of itself. We can't do this alone. I think it's lost on a lot of people that this is our community, too. We live here as police officers. Our key community stakeholders live here, our families live here, we're raising kids here, so we all have a vested interest in this, and it's only through a complete community partnership, through the media, through the viewers, through our key community stakeholders and our residents to come to the table and be part of solutions and make this community safer. So with that, I could take a few questions, and then after that, we'll stick around for some more questions.
Captain, can you just detail for us, to the extent that you can, the type of extra protection you're now bringing to this particular area?
Yeah, so we always have, that's a good question, thank you. The question was asking, what type of extra patrol we're having in the area. And essentially, we always have a strong footprint in Chinatown. Just as Spring Valley Area Command, this is the heart of our community and the heart of our area command. But with the recent attacks, just like with other things that you've seen when we have homegrown terrorism or international terrorism as an agency, we always step up our footprint to key critical infrastructure. So right now, that key critical infrastructure is in our Chinatown, where the predominant Asian businesses are located. So you'll see both overt and hopefully you won't see the covert mechanisms that are here. But our biggest concern, while we don't believe that there's any targeted threats here towards Asians, we're always worried about copycats. So increasing our footprint for the next couple of days and weeks to come will just reassure the safety of everybody.
How did this come about? The Chamber of Commerce approached the command center? The command center approached you?
No, we're a proactive police agency, and as the bureau commander here, my job is to be accountable to the community, and a big portion of my community is the Asian community. So I talk to these people on a weekly basis, not just when times are bad, but in times are good, because it really is a collaborative effort and it's a partnership.
Captain Parisi,
Yes, sir.
how would you respond to maybe a few members of the community who were maybe a little skeptical about increased police presence at this military complex?
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely something that I can't hide from. I mean, that is a challenge with any police agency when we're dealing with other cultures that aren't originally from here. There's definitely barriers, but again, that's why we rely on partnerships such as these behind us to help remove those barriers. And I'll say to all the audience that's listening, we need to know if there's a problem and I don't know about it, how can I fix it? So if people don't want to come forward and report crimes, then we don't know that there's a problem. And regardless of what your status is in this country or what your beliefs are, the police department doesn't take that into account. Every victim is treated with the same empathy, dignity, and respect that they deserve, and we will investigate every crime to the fullest. Thank you very much. We'll take some further questions later after the fact off to the side. Thank you for being here.